and Hegseth and all this, it's pretty much over with, blah, blah, blah. And then today happens and we can have an escalation. And then today, the Justice Department, which I thought was a good thing. The Justice Department is now investigating, okay? The Justice Department and the nation's top commodity markets, the regulator, investigating a series of oil market trades that came just ahead of major policy announcements from President Donald Trump and Iranian officials, according to sources familiar with the probe. The statements and social media posts all pertain to the ongoing U.S.-Israeli war with Iran. ABC News first reported the investigation, although the oil trades themselves were first reported by Reuters a couple of weeks ago. In addition to examining the oil markets for potential insider trading, the source told NBC News that investigators are also pursuing a separate probe into suspicious activity on prediction market platforms. I was not going on about this last week because I wasn't in full command about these prediction markets, but I guess it's huge. It's huge. So they're investigating this. The source warned that the investigations are in the early stages. Some of the oil trades in question happened right before Donald Trump announced he would delay attacks on Iran's power grid, before talks of a ceasefire and ahead of key developments in the Strait of Hormuz. Both the Justice Department and the Commodity Futures deal are looking into at least 4 trades where the traders made a total of more than $2.6 billion. Betting that oil prices would drop right before they did. Yep. Yes, indeed. Here you go. Now, do you have confidence in the Justice Department that they would handle this appropriately? I don't know. The Justice Department investigation is being led by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, so I do now. Justice declined to comment on the investigation. $2.6 billion. $2.6 billion. And these betting things, and they on Capitol Hill the other day, they asked about this. They asked about this to Pete Hegseth, and he denied this unequivocally, saying he didn't make any bets. I don't know who did, but they're sure looking at it. They are. All right, I'll be right back with a few more thoughts, and then I'll get to your calls. Don't worry. Michael Bartley, KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Vitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Bitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446, the PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Bitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
Amazon Business. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Did you feel that drafty breeze from your windows this winter? Yikes, it was scary cold. But just as scary is that you now know that your windows will let in that hot, humid air all summer. Let PJ Fitzpatrick help reduce your utility bills with custom-made, double-insulated replacement windows. PJ provides peace of mind with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. Plus, PJ Fitzpatrick has a variety of financing packages that work with any budget. You can have it all. Visit trustpj.com today for your new windows. That's trustpj.com.
Magnificent May savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, bone-in, center-cut pork loin chops or roast are $2.99 a pound. In the produce department, all-purpose Idaho potatoes, 8-pound bags, $2.99 each. In our deli, lower sodium Silver Star boneless hams are $7.99 a pound. And additional savings this week, selected varieties of Pepsi or Mountain Dew, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, $6.99 each.
At Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Right now, we'll make your move to the Village perfect too. Up to $2,000 toward moving costs. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Why would a guy in financial services pick a fight with the financial industry? Because in many cases, the system they built works more for them than it does for you. Tune in for a new kind of retirement show with Greg Ayler. Now at a new time, Saturdays at 5 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Okay, welcome back. 866-391-1020. So let me just I wanted to just talk a little more about this. The Vatican and the U.S. relationship is reaffirmed, according to the Vatican, with Marco Rubio. And, you know, I know a lot of people who work on the Hill, and they've always, when Marco Rubio was in the Senate, he was, I've never met him, but I'm on a board down there, and I'm down in those hallways a lot, but not a lot, but I've often heard he's a very nice man and very, you know, gregarious and so forth. But the last, in this role, he just looks so angry to me. I don't know what, but anyway. So I mean, I'm going to keep an open mind on him. I'm not, you know, I sort of liked him, and so I'm going to keep an open mind. But he just seems so angry. I don't know. He's and flippant and dismissive, and maybe against the media, which, you know, I probably get overreactive. So he goes to the Vatican to ease tensions. He was given the assignment to go there to try to clean up relations and get things back on track. After Donald Trump said the Pope was weak and terrible. After Leo pretty much, I mean, I'm not, this is general. I'm not into the weeds on this thing. I think you remember the conflict. And after Leo called for an end to the U.S.-Israeli war, he said the Pope was weak and terrible. Anyway, following the talks today with Rubio, who looked happy and the Pope was smiling, all that type of stuff, the Vatican said the shared commitment to fostering good bilateral relations between the Holy See and the United States of America was reaffirmed. They exchanged gifts, all that type of stuff. This Pope, and it's not just because I'm Catholic, and don't even go there. There were popes and cardinals I couldn't stand, and I said so. But this pope, maybe it's because he's an American. I don't know. But the story out of Chicago this week, when the Pope tried to call his bank in Chicago in the South Side because he sort of had to update his account. Yeah, he had a new phone number. He's the Pope now. It was like really, really like a wonderful story. Margot, go ahead and roll that.
2 months after becoming the Pope, Pope Leo called his bank back in Chicago to change the phone number in his account. But a customer service rep told him he could only do that in person. The Reverend Tom McCarthy, a close friend of Pope Leo, says that's when Leo told the woman he was the Pope.
She hung up on him.
The church eventually reached the bank manager.
Well, we don't want to lose the account of the Pope. Well, then change his phone number.
The bank did. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
I love that story because, I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of this Pope. And he seems authentic and, just a really decent, good guy. I'm sure ultra conservatives in the church can't stand him probably because he meets with gay LGBTQ people all the time, and he comes across, I think, as maybe a little to the left, and he's had this battle with Trump and all that. And hey, Trump's the one that said the bad things about him. But that is interesting, isn't it? I'm bringing that up again because Republicans knew how popular this Pope is, and I'm certain that they had to get Rubio or someone of his caliber, a Catholic, a decent guy, to get over there and smooth things over. Don't you think so? I think so. I do. But I just love that story about the bank. He just seems like a really decent guy. He does. And I think that's part of the reason they had to get Rubio over there. Because I think there was some, I told you that I was at an event with a whole bunch of Catholics, and it was a country club type thing. Don't judge, and I tell you, it was the topic. This was a few weeks ago when it was all going on. And people were all bent out of shape and fighting with each other. They were. Interesting, isn't it? All right. Let me also pivot into this Whitehall thing. I'll make this quick. This is the Whitehall Police Chief Jason Gregoric yesterday saying, "This case serves as an important reminder to family and guardians about the importance of being vigilant with what your children are doing online. We encourage parents to maintain open communications with their children, talk to them about who they talk to, and most importantly, do not share their private personal information with anybody other than known friends or family." Of course. And a man from northeastern Pennsylvania is accused of luring a 14-year-old girl. And it could have been really bad. An alleged pedophile, rapist, scumbag. Yeah. My point is, we report these stories way too often. I'm not pointing fingers of blame at parents for a criminal, pedophile, rapist trying to get your kids. But don't you have a responsibility after seeing all these things over and over and over and over like a broken record to talk to your kids? No matter who they are, no matter what's orientation, no matter what. This is a 14-year-old girl. Boy, that gets under my skin. All right, news, and then I'm going to get to the phones when we come back. Michael Bartley, KDK.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is 58 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 7:30. I'm Pat Septak. A man is behind bars for allegedly causing a violent disturbance outside of the Rivertown Shopping Center in Verona this afternoon. Verona police say they were called to the scene after a highly intoxicated individual began shouting racial slurs at people. When officers attempted to take the suspect into custody, they say he became combative and initiated a violent struggle. In the ensuing altercation, one police officer was injured and was taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. The suspect was apprehended and is now in the Allegheny County Jail. He is charged with ethnic intimidation, aggravated assault of a police officer, resisting arrest, and public drunkenness. Giant Eagle is voluntarily recalling selected roasted turkey products from its prepared food departments due to possible metal fragments. Giant Eagle says the potential issue was found during a routine inspection and that no reports of illness or other adverse reactions have occurred. The items were sold at Giant Eagle and Market District locations across Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, West Virginia, and Indiana. The affected products can be found on our website at kdkaradio.com. Anyone who has any of the listed products should not eat it and can throw the product away and bring the purchase receipt to the Giant Eagle or Market District point of purchase. The Senate has approved a package tightening safety rules for commercial truck drivers in Pennsylvania. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the details.
The bills would require English proficiency for CDL applicants and increased penalties for unsafe and unqualified truck drivers on state roads. Supporters say the measures follow concerns raised after a fatal crash in Indiana involving a Pennsylvania-issued non-domiciled CDL. Senator Devlin Robinson says the reforms are needed to prevent a single act of negligence from causing deadly consequences. The legislation now heads to the House for consideration. Tamara Rush, News Radio KDKA.
In sports, earlier this evening in Arizona.
Here's the pitch to the righty batter. Swing, fly ball on a line to deep left field. Barossa back to the wall. There it goes. That one shot right out of here. Joey Bart with a line drive. Home run to left. And the Pirates head on 4-2 Buccos here in Phoenix.
And the Pirates defeated the Diamondbacks tonight 4-2, taking 2 of 3 in that series in Arizona. The Bucks move on to San Francisco. They begin a 3-game series against the Giants tomorrow night. KDKA Radio News Time is 7:32. Our next update at 8 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
This Nurses Week, May 6th to the 12th, and National Hospital Week, May 10th to the 16th, we celebrate the incredible dedication of the team at Independence Health System. Around the clock, nurses and hospital employees bring skill, compassion, and resilience to every patient and family they serve, making our communities stronger. To every nurse, technician, caregiver, and support staff member working behind the scenes, Thank you for your commitment, sacrifice, and humanity. We're grateful for you today and every day. Happy Nurses Week and Hospital Week from Independence Health System.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-296-6868. That's 800-296-6868.
Progressive knows that for business owners, vacations hit different. But hey, at least you finally took a vacation. And look at that. You only answered 53 calls, 84 emails, onboarded 1 new hire, and covered for Chris while he's out on paternity leave, and you did it all from a kayak. Because you, my friend, know how to relax. All right, you may not know how to take a day off, but you do know both your personal and business auto insurance needs can be covered in one place with Progressive. So at least that's relaxing, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
Order for Jennifer C. Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve? Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine? Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Oh, really? That's great. Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year? Yeah, you just said that. Did you say I just said that? Yeah, I'm cutting you off. I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Pittsburgh, we've got a problem. Home care is in crisis and there aren't enough caregivers to meet the demand. So if you've got a loved one with Medicaid and needs care, don't wait. Freedom Care was built for this moment. We help you get care at home from someone you already trust. A family member or friend who can get paid to help with everyday needs like meals, medication, bathing, and mobility. If you have Medicaid, it's 100% free to you. No waiting lists. Just real care from your people right now. Freedom Care handles it all. Training, payroll, and support. So you can stay safe and comfortable at home, and your caregiver gets paid after every shift guaranteed. With 97% satisfaction and over 150 million hours of care delivered, Pittsburgh families are already making the switch to care at home. Take care of your own and get paid with Freedom Care. Call 412-844-5990. That's 412-844-5990. Call now, 412-844-5990. 412-844-5990.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
When you invite a contractor into your home, you got to trust they know what they're doing. You want to feel good. That's why CertaPro Painters and me have gotten along for more than a decade. Hi, this is Larry Richard. Take advantage of getting the most professional job you can and know that each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your pre-estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C, and take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th before time runs out.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Outside of an early shower in spots tonight, it will be mostly cloudy, low 41. Times of clouds and sun for tomorrow, breezy and cool with a couple of showers, a high near 60. Some rain tomorrow night and still a couple of showers into early Saturday. For AccuWeather, I'm Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is attorney Christine Brown-Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Yeah, we have a shorter show tonight because the Buccos were on till, and then the post-game coverage till 7, 866-391-1020. So, shorter show, open for it. You want to talk war. You want to talk the Pope business. You want to talk the midterms. It's okay. Whatever you want, it's all right. And I want to get into that Time Magazine article that has Republicans stirring on the Hill. And the reporting is that they're being very honest and kind of coming to terms with the fact that a sitting president, no matter who it is, expects that the 2 years in, they get shellacked, to use Obama's term. But this time around could be even worse. And it doesn't, and that takes into consideration redistricting and everything else. And you want to talk about that too. Tennessee started carving up a majority African-American congressional district as part of its redistricting too. So a lot on the table, and I have a couple other things up my sleeve too. But let me get to Andy and Butler. Andy, you're first tonight. You were first on the docket. I've been looking for you. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Wow. Wait. This is important. I was looking for you the last 2 weeks because... And the trucking industry, and I had the farmers on yesterday who were more concerned about diesel fuel than they were about fertilizer. Now, don't you to have the rigs like you have is diesel fuel? Are your customers? Don't you have to charge your customers more because of what you're paying for diesel fuel?
There has been a fuel surcharge put on bills to customers for decades. Okay, and so you've been paying for the price of diesel fuel for decades. It's nothing new. It's a fuel surcharge that goes up or goes down based upon the price, and it's just automatically incorporated. Doesn't affect me one bit.
Wow, I didn't. Okay, that didn't. So. Customers, well, the general public, that depending on what was delivered by truck using diesel fuel, because I keep reading these things about diesel fuel is really high, that the public that without question plays into inflation. But I always thought like your customers would be like, But I had no idea that surcharge would be on a bill to your customer automatically.
It's been there for decades.
Whether the price is high or low.
The surcharge varies depending upon the price, but the surcharge has been in place for decades.
Wow, that's interesting. I never knew that. All right, you got the floor.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so hey, the first thing your Pope did, I call him your Pope because you said you like him.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's your Pope. The first thing your Pope did was ask for rules for thee, but not for me. Or rules for me, but not for thee. In other words, he wanted special treatment that normal people don't get. The Pope of the people. First thing he wanted. With his bank, right? Hey, do this for me because I'm the Pope. Sir, it's not our policy. Yeah, but do it for me because I'm the Pope.
No, the point was they didn't let him do it. He wanted to change his phone number. She said you have to do it in person.
Right, and then they called up again and put a manager and said, I'm the Pope, and the manager said, okay, we'll do it for you. Right?
I don't know. I thought someone from the church had to go there.
I thought you reported that they decided they didn't want to lose the account, so they went ahead and changed it. And obviously, he never showed up in person. So
he didn't show up in person, but I think somebody did.
Well, that person would have had to have had a power of attorney. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we're still doing favors based on who he is, not on what everyone else has to the rules everyone else has to follow. But hey, that's your Pope.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Strikes on Iran. Iran has been pushing the ceasefire by some of the things they've been doing. The United States has decided to push back. Doesn't mean the ceasefire is broken yet. And like you said, Iran is looking over. They made an offer. We looked over it, made some changes, sent it back. They're looking over that. All good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What other news?
Yeah, you have to give me the world news. You got to give it to me from your perspective. We love it.
We're going down.
All right.
Customs and Border Control.
What?
Patrol.
You broke.
Customs and Border Patrol.
Oh, customs. Okay.
Customs and Border Patrol out in San Diego. Okay. Looked into a bunch of cruise ship lines to include Disney. Okay. Wholesome woke Disney. And they arrested some 28 cruise ship personnel or dock personnel affiliated with these cruise lines for distributing child porn. Disney.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, well, you could look for it. It's there. Okay.
Okay.
Portland, Oregon. That hotbed of conservatism up there in Portland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, police in Portland broke up a child prostitution ring, rescuing children, girls, between the ages of 14 or 12 and 15, something like that.
Hey, don't stereotype Oregon as being a bastion of liberalism as the state, because I have a friend who's Mormon and a district attorney there near Eugene, and he's very conservative. Go ahead.
Okay, well, yeah, but not the whole state. Okay, so there was that. Let's see. Did you see the video of the father in Texas protecting his family against an illegal alien trying to carjack his car that his family was in? You see the illegal. There's an illegal from Mexico who tried carjacking a few other cars in this parking lot. Run over, force the father out of the car, try to get in the seat. You see kids running away from the car as the father's, getting them out of the car because he wants to protect them. I believe his baby child was in there. It was a car full of the family. The whole family was in the car. Finally, the brave father from Texas protected his family by shooting the illegal. But remember, they're just here for a better life. On that, let's see what else we can. Oh,
go ahead. I was going to make a comment, but go ahead.
Okay, go ahead and make a comment.
That stereotype, they're here for a better life. I think 3-year-old kids are here for a better life, not the scumbag that tried to harm somebody's family. I would have shot him too. Go ahead.
Okay.
I would shoot an average American who tried to harm a family.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Texas redistrict, you guys got upset, right? Democrats?
Maybe a little bit for a little bit, but I think Democrats finally got smart and did the same thing. But they're not. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Look, when Virginia did it, right?
Yes, I was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were.
And California, and I think more states need to do it. Yeah, go ahead.
California, but you got upset when Florida did it, and when Tennessee did it. I think it was Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Or the one you were talking about that just got rid of their last.
That's Tennessee because of the Supreme Court decision, and Louisiana's doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Supreme Court decision that says you can't discriminate on the basis of race.
Correct.
Which is what making a minority district is.
And redistricting, Andy, I think you're saying that rhetorically, not me, but I'm not that upset about redistricting because I think there's more than one way to skin a cat, honestly. And even the Supreme Court decision didn't bother me.
There is.
Yeah.
there's, as you said, there's more than one way to skin a cat. But, and I realize both sides do it, but when Texas redistricted, your side said, oh, that's wrong. When Virginia redistricted, Republicans said you didn't follow the rules laid down by your own Virginia Constitution, which they didn't. You'd think if Virginia was going to redistrict, they'd at least follow the law that Virginia themselves passed, but I guess not. But as each side does it, the other side is upset about it, okay?
I think so, yeah. I would agree with that.
Okay. Do you think the Supreme Court was right or wrong to say that the age of discriminating based on race should be over?
I think they were wrong. I do, yeah.
How come?
I think they were wrong because the Voting Rights Act spelled it out pretty correctly as it relates to the South and how voting was done back then, and to make it an equal playing field. However, when I read, not Alito, is that his name, Alito? And when I read their decision, I get it, I got it, but I didn't agree with it.
Well, I think there was only one justice that dissented.
No, it was 5-3, wasn't it? 6-3, I think.
There was a decision recently that only Justice Brown dissented on, but I'm not remembering. Probably
I think you're thinking that because Alito.
I'm not thinking that. There was a decision that the only dissenting voice was Justice Jackson.
I got 20 seconds, Andy. Finish it up, Andy.
Oh, okay. I think I covered just about all.
I think you did good. All right, Andy, thanks so much. I'm here tomorrow if you're around. You're probably working, though. I'm sure you're working. Andy, thanks, and thanks for clarifying that thing on the diesel fuel. Yeah, the farmers were going on about it yesterday. It's not easy. And I had 4 farmers on, and I had the Pennsylvania Farm Bureau on, because our farmers, 76% say that they're in trouble in the state of Pennsylvania. And listen, there's almost 600,000 jobs because of farming and agriculture here. All right, I'll be back.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company. Larger than light. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Amazon Business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com. Want to live a happier, healthier, pain-free life? Tune to Pittsburgh Works this Saturday morning at 7. Jessica Festa of the Opulux Wellness Center will feature all the services offered, including PRP, regenerative medicine, and massage therapy. Listen and heal this Saturday morning at 7.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 events to challenge your mind, enlarge your world, and make you laugh. With Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and the former U.S. Ambassador to China, Nicholas Burns. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Are your bad feet making you grumpy all day, like Dan was?
I was born with a sunny disposition, but I had so much knee pain and foot pain, I wasn't that way anymore. I didn't know what to do. But then I'm driving down the street one day and my knee's hurting, and I see a Good Feet store. I thought, what do I have to lose?
Good Feet arch supports aren't just a cushion or a flimsy shoe insert. We have a system of arch supports designed to create better alignment for all 4 of your foot's arches. And the only place to get the Good Feet system is at the Good Feet store.
Once I got my arch supports from Good Feet, I just went back to being my happy self again. My wife noticed it, my friends noticed it, even my dog noticed it. I just wish that I'd found Good Feet 20 or 30 years ago. I've got my Sunny back.
Visit us in Cranberry Township, in Robinson Town Center, in the Waterfront, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, and at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Spring storms can cause havoc. When water gets in, ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh, they get to work. 412-RECOVER, the best call to make in the worst situation.
Man, the yellow van, call ServiceMaster.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It would be absolutely funny if it wasn't so sad and cowardice. Yep. You know that Senator John Kennedy? The national media looked up his interview under Biden when gas was, $3.40 a gallon? Well, now it's $5 a gallon in most places. And they looked it up back then. He said, I went to get my gas today, and I'll tell you what, I should have just bought a bunch of cocaine and run around. I would have saved a lot of money. And they grabbed him today outside the Capitol and said, what are your feelings? What can do about gas prices? He said, there's nothing we can do. Yeah. Yep. I don't know about you, but I'm so sick of the double standard. Makes me sick. Joe Biden was the devil incarnate when gas prices were up because of Ukraine, Russia invading Ukraine. Oh no, you can't criticize Donald Trump. Oh no, Ron Johnson, who was cried his eyes out when Joe Biden about gas prices, and now it's something short term, and I think we have to endure. It is worth enduring. Yeah, yep. And on and on and on. Yes, indeed. They all deflecting questions because of their opinion when they were screaming and crying like little crybabies about gas prices under Joe Biden for that time. And now it's all okay. There's nothing we can do. 866-391-1020. Pat Septak coming up with news.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Get to Reed Building Supply in McKees Rocks Friday, May 15th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for their grand opening and vendor show, hosted by the fans Doran Dickerson and Christian Kuntz. This isn't your typical open house. We're talking 20-plus vendors, live demos, music, food, prizes, and giveaways. Call Reed Building Supply, 412-875-6320. It's the weekly program that keeps you current with the latest travel trends and vacation values. Listen to AAA's Talking Travel every Saturday morning at 11 on KDKA Radio. Coons Quality Foods wants to help you celebrate Mom on Mother's Day. Find great catering options with hot entrees, sides, and salads for the whole family at coonsmarket.com. And visit their bakery for sweets and treats worthy of the moms in your life. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 56 degrees under mostly cloudy skies at Pittsburgh International at 8 o'clock. I'm Pat Septak. A gas tax holiday in Pennsylvania could give some short-term relief, but it could come at a cost. The state's gas tax pays for infrastructure. CBS Pittsburgh's Chris Hoffman reports.
Something still has to pay for that. Lawmakers call for either dipping into the rainy day fund or the use of bonds to backfill that lost revenue. If a gas tax holiday passes, it could have trickle-down impacts to other goods and services.
There's a possibility that we may see some other subsequent reduction in pricing, or at least less quick increases in pricing, but there's no guarantee.
Any change to the federal gas tax would have to come from Congress. Historically, some people end up buying more gas and driving more during a gas tax holiday.
Meanwhile, the Pennsylvania Senate has passed a bill that would eliminate an annual vehicle emissions testing statewide. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has that story.
In a bipartisan vote, the Senate approved Senate Bill 1298, sponsored by Senator Wayne Langerholtz Jr., to eliminate annual emissions testing in all 25 participating counties. During Tuesday's debate, Langerholtz said people are being squeezed from every direction, and the last thing they should be forced to bankroll are outdated mandates that do nothing but drain their wallets.
We talk about affordability often in this General Assembly. This is one distinct measure that we can lean on to help with our residents in the Commonwealth.
The bill passed the Senate 29-21 and now heads to the Pennsylvania House for consideration. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
The death of a Fayette County woman who was found lying in unsanitary conditions back in October of last year has been ruled a homicide. The Fayette County coroner says after an extensive investigation, it's been determined that Elizabeth Fike's cause of death was from complications of neglect. She had stage 4 decubitus ulcer and urosepsis. The Uniontown Police Department is also investigating. Pittsburgh International Airport getting $10.7 million in federal funding for upgrades. The funding comes from the U.S. Department of Transportation's Federal Aviation Administration Awards. According to the Post-Gazette, the money will go towards the completion of the terraces at the airport's new landside terminal, repaving taxiways, and replacing electrical emergency generators. CBS News correspondent Jim Krasula reports a big change could be coming for the U.S. Postal Service.
The United States Postal Service is considering a rule change that would allow anyone to send handguns through the mail for the first time in nearly 100 years. A 1927 law prohibits the shipment of handguns through the Postal Service unless they are from licensed retailers.
The Department of Justice, which issued an opinion in January calling that law unconstitutional, says allowing for the shipment of handguns will make it easier for lawful gun owners to transport their firearms. Earlier this evening in Arizona,
there's the pitch to the righty batter. Swing, fly ball on a line to deep left field. Barossa back to the wall. There it goes. That one shot right out of here. Joey Bart with a line drive, home run to left. And the Pirates head on 4-2 Buccos here in Phoenix.
And the Pirates defeated the Diamondbacks tonight 4-2, taking 2 of 3 in that series in Arizona. The Bucs move on to San Francisco now. They begin a 3-game series against the Giants tomorrow. It is mostly cloudy and 56 degrees in Pittsburgh. I'm Pat Septak on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all your spring needs. Great prices on vegetable and flower flats. The fresh produce comes in weekly. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
The birds are singing, the flowers are in bloom, the sun is shining. What more can we ask for? Maybe to feel great and be the best version of ourselves. This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Isn't it time to take care of ourselves now? We put it off during the cold, dark, dreary days of winter. But it's time now. Get rid of that extra weight, which affects our movement, our physical health, and yes, affects our mental and emotional health. Have more self-confidence and self-esteem. Be happy, be healthy, be alive. Call me at 1-800-900-THIN.
When you're handling an estate or an inherited home, the decisions can feel overwhelming. At Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, we help families through this every single week. We make a quick, fair cash offer on the home, coordinate any cleanouts, help you through the process, and we'll buy it in its current condition. No pressure, no surprises. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057 for help selling today. That's 412-500-9057 for help selling today.
Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's local trusted home buyer since 2015.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
There can be a spotty shower early on tonight, otherwise mostly cloudy, low 41. Intervals of clouds and sunshine for tomorrow with a couple of showers and a cool breeze, high 60, and then some rain at times tomorrow night, low 51. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the Voice of Pittsburgh. Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock. That means we got politics now, baby. Ooh. Yes, indeedy. Well, I kind of try to keep it 8 to 10. Makes it fun, 866-391-1020. 866-391-1020. I left you there with my thoughts on it. It does make me sick that, you know, the Republican snowflakes can't admit that they made stuff up when gas prices were high for that time period when Russia invaded Ukraine under Joe Biden. Screaming and crying. And now it's A-OK. There's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. Yeah. 866-391-1020. Now, I wanted to get to this story that is is all the buzz in Washington today. And it's Time magazine, and I haven't read Time in a long time. And they're just called Time online, but their senior correspondent Phil Elliott is very well established in Washington. And he had a piece today regarding, because we're in May now. And, a lot can happen. A lot can happen from now until November. However, his headline was pretty interesting. A 2026 blue wave as big as the one in 2006 no longer seems far-fetched. Do you remember what happened in 2006? That was the prelude to George W. Bush's 2 years, and it was a shellacking, that to use Barack Obama's words. And then Barack Obama, after his first 2 years, the Democrats got shellacked. So this guy Phil Elliott, he wrote a really good piece, and he went on these conversations, lunches, and all that type stuff on Capitol Hill and on K Street in Washington, all of it. Okay, and he said that Republicans in government, elected Republicans, are terribly deflated. Democrats upbeat about the midterm elections. Now, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but it's almost sort of, it's not automatic, but it's, a sitting president after the first 2 years kind of gets tossed around during the midterms. But the Republicans are the ones that told him that it looks like it's growing, and they have to accept that it's growing more lopsided. So, and it's a reminiscent of what they say the 2006 vibes, and the parallels are apparent. It was George W. Bush, which is, 20 years. I mean, George W. Bush in his second term, it was in his second term, he was mired in a Middle East war, struggled to combat soaring energy costs. Similarly, Donald Trump posting some of the worst poll numbers in presidential history. And according to this piece and its opinion, and I get it, with Donald Trump's foreign policy efforts putting him in Richard Nixon territory, all while the price of gas stands at $4.60 right now. The president's party typically faces net losses in midterm elections. So I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But a lot of people behind the scenes in D.C. are predicting that 2026 can be a breed apart. And this guy from Time went around, he talked to all the folks in all the races, and they say they were back in the day at 2006, and they say it feels worse for Republicans now, having covered the cycles for so many years. Okay. Back then, George W. Bush was 22 points underwater in the Washington Post ABC polling back then. Right now, Donald Trump is underwater by 25 points. And one more reference point to consider, and Republicans seem to be very open, well, they were to him, that a record 38 Republicans are retiring from the House this time. Back in the day in 2006, it was only 17. Okay. Yeah. And Trump, and back then, no one talked of impeachments or all against George W. Bush. And by the way, I couldn't stand Bush there for a while, but I really like him now. I always liked his wife. I really liked his father. And I voted for his father. I did. My buddy worked for him, and I really liked him and his wife, Barbara. Anyway, Trump has warned that if Democrats win control of Congress, it will mean a mangled Washington stuck dealing with the impeachment word once again. Which, I don't know. I think Democrats may have learned a lesson on that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. Hakeem Jeffries, you know who he is, the minority leader in the House. He said despite grumbling from his caucus, he's using the same playbook as Pelosi did 2 decades ago. Quote, I've made clear from the very beginning that our top priority is going to be to drive down the high cost of living. Rather than impeachment, some Democrats are stressing that the White House really fears its actual oversight. Yeah, maybe they need to don't talk about impeachment all left and right. Just get in there and talk about the economy. People are hurting. In my view, this president has wrecked the world. We're not respected. Inflation's through the roof. And all people did under Biden, that's why, the MAGA people said we needed Trump back. I never said that. They did. But now inflation's okay for them. Not for the rest of us. And the worry in Republican rooms on the Hill is that Democrats could also take the Senate. Yeah. And they feel like that young guy, Tallarico, can win in Texas. They feel that Ossoff will maintain in Georgia. They win North Carolina, Michigan, and they could win Maine. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. And it's just as messy in the House. The election picture is not entirely rosy for Democrats, but this is what they're talking about there today. And I say to you, look, it's not necessarily Democrats versus Republicans. It always is. But look at the polling and talk to the politicos who know. Okay? And you can go on about redistricting all you want. You can go on about if the price of gasoline on election day is 29 cents a gallon, all you want. Okay? Trump could finally apologize to the Pope. He can apologize to for all the things he said, for calling people garbage. All of it. We could do it all. I don't think it's going to matter to independents. I don't. I think independents in battleground states and the major races that are coming up here hold the key. They do. Now, on the Republican side, I could be wrong about a lot of this. As you know, I'm not some self-righteous weirdo on the ultra left or on the ultra right. I'm in the center. I could be wrong about all this. However, on the right, I think the MAGA crowd could really screw it up for centrist Republicans. On the left side, I think ultra-left progressive socialists can really screw it up for, because they don't. A lot of them won't codify with Democrats. They don't, but they could really screw this up. And then there's the news today, or was that yesterday, that John Fetterman had to say, "No, I'm a Democrat. It's not going to happen." But there's talk of trying to get him to switch parties now to and even if, what if it's so tight in the Senate to switch parties and to caucus with Republicans? Josh Shapiro, our governor, was asked about that on CNN. And he said, he was elected as a Democrat. I hope he doesn't do it. Fetterman says he is not, and wouldn't. That's fascinating, isn't it? It sure is. Yeah. No, this timepiece was really fascinating in terms of the parallels to 2006. 866-391-1020. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Your source for official traffic information. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
When sinusitis has your nose constantly blocked, life can feel smaller. You're stuck breathing through your mouth, which leads to sleep struggles, snoring that keeps your whole family up, fatigue, and more. The mornings start groggy, the days drag on, and it feels like nothing really helps for long. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, relief isn't just one size fits all. Their specialists use a wide range of innovative in-office treatments designed around you, designed to open your sinuses, restore natural breathing, and help you finally sleep through the night. You don't have to keep pushing through. If you're tired of the congestion, the pressure, and the endless cycle of sprays and pills that aren't providing relief, discover a treatment option that works for you at Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Breathe easier, sleep better, and start feeling like yourself again. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-6036. 878-231-6036. That's 878-231-6036.
Folks, we're joined again by John Diagardi of Rome Monument. John, what is bundling?
When a family is planning a funeral, sometimes cemetery salespeople will talk to them about bundling or combining products with their services. They may pressure a family, telling them they can get a substantial discount by buying everything from the cemetery.
Is this not a good idea?
Not when it comes to the monument. When there is a middleman involved, you're paying an inflated price, even when you think you're getting a discount.
John, this is something families really need to know.
I'm going to be as direct as I can be about this. At Rome, we are the manufacturer. No middleman is involved. Our artists and craftsmen make your memorial from start to finish right at our facility. You've eliminated the middleman and saved as much as 50%.
Friends, you can learn more at one of Rome Monument's 9 showrooms or visit RomeMonuments.com.
Hello, KDKA listeners. This is Carlos, owner of Greater Pitt Tree Service. If you have any concerns about any trees on your property, call Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. We have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. To serve your needs best, we have an ISA certified arborist on staff. We have 32 years experience, 412-884-TREE. We will be your best choice for tree work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. And remember, we did your neighbor's tree.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Great jam. All right, I've pontificated enough. 866-391-1020. Now it's up to you, and I'm going in order. Yeah. Jim in Annapolis, Maryland. Jim.
Michael, good evening.
Hi.
Hey, I'm here working late tonight and had you on the radio and thought I'd give you a call and say hello.
That is so wonderful. I'm so glad about this.
You know, my friend, if you're waiting for Donald Trump to ever apologize to anyone for anything,
I know.
You might as well wait for the rapture, right?
Forget about it. Forget about it.
And speaking as a Democrat, you know, to the extent we ever learn lessons like impeachment, I think back to the last election when Kamala Harris had Hollywood celebrities on stage with her the night before the election, and I thought to myself, we never ever learn.
I know
But,
we don't, and we don't know how to come together, and we don't learn. We don't learn. But wait a minute. So but Jim, let me ask you this. So I was talking to another dyed-in-the-wool Democrat the other day, and he was saying to me, as long as we don't. He said, I think we're going to do great in November, but we can't be going in and turning the tables with impeachment and, investigations all out, because that's going to screw up our presidential, chances in 28. I'm not so sure that's true. I think I'm not so sure. What do you think?
Well, Mike, I want to say something about coming together, but I might disagree with you on that. My general sense is just the common everyday person doesn't care about impeachment right now. They care about sort of the nuts and bolts things that are going on.
I agree.
The price of food, the price of gas, or complete train wreck of the way we're looked at across the world. So I think impeachment's more of a distraction than anything else. Even though, frankly, me personally, I thought President Trump disqualified himself from office after January 6th, the first go-round, right?
Me too.
But here's why I called, and then I'll let you go because I know other people want to talk. You talked about coming together. I heard your voice tonight, and I thought, Michael and Rob Pratt. Now, I tend to agree, I fall on your side of the spectrum when it comes to politics, and lately anything Rob has to say, I couldn't disagree more, right? But the way each of you treat your callers, with dignity, you listen, you rationalize, you question. If our politicians, set the example of doing that, 40% of our problems right there would be solved immediately. This whole circus of this is some gladiator match or sporting event, politics where you got to crush the other side. It's just ruined our country.
Jim, I have goosebumps since you said that. Can I just say one thing before you, and I want you to finish your point, and you're getting as much time as you want. Jim, Rob Pratt and I are dear, dear friends. We're very close. And I don't agree with him on the Trump stuff, and he doesn't agree with me, but and we laugh about it and talk about it, and it never should be personal. The only time I take a caller to the woodshed and hang up is if they spew conspiratorial nonsense, and if they're offensive. I won't allow that. But I have very civil conversations with. And I get more Republicans calling than Democrats, and Rob probably gets more, and that is a very nice thing for you to say that tonight.
Well, I truly believe it. I mean, you both set an example because, again, you're polar opposites in the way you're thinking about the country and government right now, but the way you treat people is the same. And that's where it all is going to start. We're either going to pull ourselves out of this and learn how to treat people, our fellow citizens, better, or we're gonna go down a spiral. It's just that simple. I mean, that's half of our problem right there. But I don't have much more to say other than I appreciate both of you. Love the show. Love Pittsburgh. Miss Pittsburgh. And
do you live in Annapolis now?
Well, I live right across the Bay Bridge on a little place called Kent Island.
I know exactly where Kent Island is. I drive over the Bay Bridge to go several times a year to go to Rehoboth, and I spend time in Annapolis. I love go over the Bay Bridge is 50, right? Yeah.
Well, that's right, 50 and 301. And you got to look me up the next time you come through Annapolis.
Jim, what a pleasure! And
my
this is
folks are from Whitaker, right?
Oh,
my grandparents
your kid.
were there, and as a kid, I used to spend a good portion of my summer up in the Berg, and just it's a second home. Our daughter went to Pitt. We love the city so much that most of our relatives are gone now, but we kept one of the grandparents' homes up there because we like to go up so often and catch a game and hang out. So
what a nice guy you are. In my drinking days, your dad will know this place, but in my drinking days, we used to go to a place called Pido's in Whitaker, and
really?
Oh yeah, and it was a bar, yeah, and it was a fun bar. It was really fun, yeah. I know folks from Whitaker.
A little before my time, but when I was a little younger, there was a bar there called Hess's.
Yeah, Hess's, yeah.
My grandparents had the five and dime store in town there called Betty's Variety.
No kidding.
She was one of the first women-owned businesses in the Mon Valley.
Wow.
So it's a special place for me, and you and people like Rob give me hope that we can rise above.
You give me hope. You give me hope, Jim. You're a treasure. Can I ask you a personal question? How old are you?
Of course. I'm 58.
58. Boy, you sound like you're 27. Oh, man. Wow.
I wish.
Jeez, you really
I don't
do.
move like I'm 27.
You live in a nice part of the country, I'll tell you. Jim, what a pleasure it is to you to call tonight. And you call me anytime. I really enjoyed this.
Mike, I will call you, and be well, and I hope all of your Democratic and Republican listeners have a great evening.
Thank you very, very much, Jim. From Annapolis, Maryland, a kid from Whitaker. Wow. He's right. There's no reason we should take it personally and attack each other and launch death threats against each other. Nope. Let's be civil. This is America. News coming up, and then I'll take your calls. 866. Oh, the lines are open. 866-391-1020.
I still remember the first time CertaPro painters did their magic in my kitchen. Professional, beautiful, no worry. Loved everything about it. So there was the next room, and even outside. And know that each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. But hurry, time is running out. Take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. So go with CertaPro painters.
Magnificent May savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. In our meat department, 85% lean fresh ground round is $4.99 a pound. In the produce department, whole seedless watermelons, $4.99 each. In our deli, Sugardale Virginia Classic Ham is $3.49 a pound. Then additional savings this week, Dasani Water, 24-pack, 16.9-ounce bottles, buy one, get one free.
It's all happening now at Coons Market. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know, taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. Some passengers, including 6 Americans who disembarked a cruise ship before the first passenger fell ill and died of hantavirus, are being monitored for possible symptoms. CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
Remember, we started kind of at the beginning of this. There's an asterisk because there may have been people exposed who, because of the long incubation period of 6 weeks. But for now, the risk to the general public is low.
Tennessee approves a new congressional map that would favor Republicans. Protester Michael Crowley.
It splits Memphis. It dilutes Memphis, just like they did Davidson County in 2022. They just did this 4 years ago. They already have 8 of the 9 seats. I don't know why they're being so greedy.
As the conflict with Iran continues, the price of gas and oil climbs. Henrietta Trays with Veda Partners.
We're at $4.56 right now. We'll probably be at $4.90 by next week. We could be at $5 by Memorial Day. And unless the strait reopens, we are going to go above $5.
CBS News Brief, I'm Jennifer Kuiper.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon,
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Every family vacation looks different. Maybe this year it's ocean waves in Myrtle Beach. Maybe it's lake mornings in Deep Creek. Maybe it's palm trees and turquoise water in St. Thomas. Wherever your next memory takes you, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the space, comfort, and experiences that bring everybody together. And when you book direct, you get the best homes at the best price without the extra fees. Start planning your next trip at SWAC, SWACK vacations.com. That's SWACvacations.com.
Suffering from peripheral neuropathy? Learn how over 15,000 sufferers regained their comfort, mobility, and quality of life with Tri-State Neuropathy Center's successful treatment plan that is FDA cleared, non-invasive, and drug-free. Here's Sean Ritchie, DC, and Tri-State's founder about one of their many satisfied patients.
Rick from Irwin suffered for 14 years with peripheral neuropathy from an autoimmune disorder. He was super skeptical when he came in. He'd been going to doctor after doctor, and they told him there was nothing that could be done. After qualifying Rick for our program, utilizing our FDA-approved, most powerful equipment on the market today that's non-invasive, no surgeries, no drugs, we were able to get him almost 100%.
Tri-State Neuropathy Centers helped Rick. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000 for a free consultation. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Outside of an early shower in spots tonight, it will be mostly cloudy, low 41. Times of clouds and sun for tomorrow, breezy and cool with a couple of showers, a high near 60. Some rain tomorrow night and still a couple of showers into early Saturday. For AccuWeather, I'm Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Okie dokie, welcome back, 866-391-1020. It's 0 hour. Here we go to the phones, don't you worry. That last caller, what a sweet guy. Calling from Annapolis, Maryland. I don't think I've ever talked to him before. Yeah, you know, look, let me just get one thing out. When we go on about politics, especially Trump, because it's changed. And you know, you guys can pretend and, you know, tell me that I'm out of my mind, and a lot of times I am, and I don't care, and I admit when I'm wrong, and I apologize when I do something that needs to apologize for. However, at the end of the day, I work with people. He mentioned Rob Pratt and me being complete opposites in on this Trump business, and I think we probably are, you know. But we treat our callers with respect and dignity, no matter how they stand. The only times I've ever been a complete jag-off to a caller is if they said something offensive, or they go on about crazy, insane conspiracy theories. I won't have it. I won't. But at the end of the day, I think, we all have, well, let's say it's me. I have Trumpers in my family. I have Trumpers at work. I have Trumpers who are friends, la, 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 la. And the Trumpers can run around saying, oh, I got liberals in my family. I got this and that. I have a blast doing this. I do. And I'm not afraid to share an opinion, believe me. And I'm not afraid to say Trump's a liar and Trump's this and Trump's that, and he can never apologize, and and they can pretend all they want that they're Christians, but then they don't slap back when he does something terribly unchristian, like call people garbage, or say that he's glad a man died while his family is mourning his death. No. Look, at the end of the day, I respect your opinion as long as you respect mine. And I have a blast doing this because you're right. I talk to the most conservative MAGA people there are in Western Pennsylvania. We get along fine. Just fine. Andy and Dan and all of them. It's fine. But that was nice of that guy to call, and Rob Pratt and I are really good friends, and we talk about a lot of stuff. He was going on yesterday trying to calm me down because I was diagnosed with 2 cataracts. He had the cataract surgery like a month ago. He's like, "What are you, little crybaby?" So there you go. All right, back to the phones. Greenfield Joe in Greenfield. Joe, you're on KD.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, I was calling about Market Square.
Okay.
I got in the car and I heard you said you had open lines.
Yes, absolutely.
If that topic was brought up or not brought up.
You know what, Joe? I brought it up yesterday, and I was very, very, very in favor of this curfew. And but I think it needs to be permanent and maybe a little more restrictive, because I'll tell you something, Joe, the day that 16-year-old punks, disrespectful punks who swear at the police and defy their orders, no, you can't let them have the upper hand. Otherwise, it's going to go to hell in a handbasket after we just invested all that money in downtown.
Absolutely. And you and I are both people that grew up here. I was not always a choir boy as a kid growing up, like many of us. We test the boundaries of things. And, when you have strong families, when you have strong neighborhoods, when you have strong communities, other people call out your bad behavior. Teachers, parents, sports coaches, things like that, neighbors. And, there's always been this element of parents out there who, when their kids are misbehaving in public, they go back to this tired old excuse of, well, what are the kids supposed to do? There's nothing for them to do. That's just lazy parenting, in my opinion. My parents always knew what I was doing within reason. My kids are high school age. They're both going to school downtown. My son worked at the ice rink at PPG all winter, so he was down there. They're not hanging out in Market Square causing trouble, and most good kids aren't.
Hey, Joe, I believe parents in denial that their kids, if they do something wrong and they're in denial about it and lie to the police and say that was not my kid, they're only making it worse.
Of course, they're enabling the kid's bad behavior. And they're telling the kid, hey, if I do something wrong, even if I'm caught dead to rights, my parents are going to step in and make it okay for me. And that's a terrible life lesson. I worked downtown for years, my previous career. I know from personal experience, and this is not just nostalgia, that it was not like this downtown. There were restaurants, there were fast food, there were people walking the streets, going shopping. and there weren't roving bands of people. There weren't panhandlers. There was an occasional person here and there. And they were almost like folk heroes. There was the older guy who was blind who sang.
They were, and I remember. Hey,
he
Joe.
brought his own radio. And
Joe,
sang
listen. When we would take the bus down to our jobs, we were ushers at the theaters downtown, and some of the guys I worked with, and we were downtown, and I remember, or we went down to go shopping, and back in the day, way back in the day. The panhandlers were the guys near Market Square who were missing legs from World War II and things like that, but they were sort of almost in one spot. No, I don't remember. And then even up until 10 years ago or whatever, I don't remember so many panhandlers approaching people. I don't, unless I'm in denial.
No, you're not. And it was an occasional person. It was never non-existent, but it was occasional. And here's what my problem as a lifelong Pittsburgher is with people like our city council person who moved here from California. They go back to this, once again, another tired old excuse. Well, crime isn't that bad here compared to other cities. Well, God damn it, we're better than other cities. We're Pittsburgh. We have a high standard for what we expect here. And to compare ourselves to other cities and say, well, we're not as bad as they are, so that's acceptable, because they want to, kind of dumb down the whole process of saying.
Joe, I'm so sorry I hung up on you because I'm told that you said GD and we can't have that on the air. I'm sorry about that. And I kind of missed it. I'm really sorry about that, Joe. Yeah, you can't say GD on the air. And you were making such great points, and I'm agreeing with you. I am, but you can't say. Look at that. Just do it this way, callers. Just don't try to swear at all. Don't try to swear at all. Leave that up to me. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you can't say GD on the air. So I'm sorry about that. So we have to bleep that out or whatever, and that's okay too. All right, it happens. It happens. But just. Back to his point, I'm all for this. I'm all for this curfew, and I want it to be even more restrictive. I do, and I want it to be on other nights. Kids in like in big numbers, they try to outsmart you. They do. Look, you want the standard? You want the standard? Remember that time a month ago I was going on about those little punks disrespecting our police, swearing at them, defying them, and they had to be pepper sprayed. And it was Market Square. A little outside of Market Square, because it was under construction. And then they did that thing. Oh, yeah, they put it all over social media. The downtown takeover. Well, I think city leaders got the message. That Friday, none of them came because downtown was crawling with police on horseback, on bikes, in squad cars, and on foot all over the place. Do it again until they get the message. Joe, I'm sorry I had to hang up on you, my man, but no swearing. But that's okay. Don't worry. Call me tomorrow. I'm here 2 to 6 tomorrow. Don't worry. We can pick up the conversation then. All right, back to the phones when I get back. Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
With
the new MyLowe's Pro Rewards American Express card. Earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first 6 months after card account opening. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's and earn points on eligible purchases everywhere else Amex is accepted. Card members get more at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval. 5% can't be combined with any other offer. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Points subject to loyalty terms at Lowe's.com/terms and credit reward terms at Synchrony.com/MLPRA-terms. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.
The reason many of us hate insurance companies is because some of them act like bullies. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been dealing with these creatures my whole career. Whether it's a workers' comp claim, an auto accident, or a nursing home or medical mishap, the playbook is often the same: deny and delay. We became the largest injury firm in America for a reason. We fight the bullies. They know who we are, and I know it makes a difference for our clients. Just go to forthepeople.com and see our results and our verdicts after those bullies gave us their final offer. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. It's easy to get going. Visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer, or call us on your cell at Pound Law, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, 603 Stanwyck Street, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania lawyer will handle Pennsylvania cases. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Save $2 when you buy 2 cans of Superior Products Coverall Tire Dressing. Plus, get 4 times O-Rewards points now at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If you dread dealing with your insurance more than you dread yard work, with the swarm of hungry mosquitoes buzzing around, then you might have Insuranoia. You should have NJM Insurance. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
All right, my lines are jammed. If you're on hold, just stay right there. I'll get to you. Don't worry. I'll get to you. Don't fret. All right, here we go. JT in the Hill District. JT, you're next.
Hey, Michael. Hey, first, before we start, can I establish something? I think you will be, I don't think, I know, you and I are going to be best buddies.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Yep, because I'm coming to Pittsburgh. I live in Pittsburgh, a Hill District guy. I'm going to take you and Marty and everybody out to lunch, dinner, whatever you want.
I would love it.
Yep. And,
but you live in Pittsburgh now, right?
Well, I go back. I live in Florida, and I live in the Hill. I'm from the Hill District.
Yeah. Where in Florida do you live?
Right around near in Naples right now.
Oh, you go to Naples and Marco Island, and everyone there is from Pittsburgh.
Yeah. 35 years. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
35 years in the Marines. I joined a young man. My father, born and raised in Pittsburgh. He's migrated from Africa to Sudan.
Wow.
Yeah. My mom and dad are Christian. They were killing Christians in Sudan, and so they fled. And they still do it today, Michael. Okay?
Well, look at you.
They killed the Christians, and it's not on the media. It's blacked out because it's fake news.
Yep.
But
very
anyway,
sad.
Yeah. Michael, I'm telling you the truth, pal. We are Americans. We're one nation. I said to Rob, I spoke to him, one nation under God, indivisible, with justice and liberty for all. And really, our nation is pure in the sense that we are a nation of laws and not of men. But that puts us in a position that protects us from people like President Trump or President Biden, President Obama, all that.
I agree.
Those laws are constructs that keep our nation free and safe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think, Michael, every time we talk, we'll exchange different information. But when X was purchased, that was very essential for our freedom. You know why? Because X has a self-correcting mechanism in it. It's called community notes, where if you say something that's outlandish or not true or whatever, a person can challenge that, and once that's done, it's called a community note. So all the people that have read, let's say it's your opinion, and you said something that's not true, and other people can contend that on X, and thus let the person, you, the listener or reader, know that information was false or true. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Well, it does.
It's called community note. And I'd like you to tell Barney Griffin that. I'll tell him that when we have.
I'm glad you told me about this. Go ahead.
Yeah, seriously, because otherwise, and also, Mike, and I'm going to let you go here, because I don't want to take up everybody's time. You're a sweet man. A lot of things we could talk. Also, I want to tell you, Jesus Christ, he didn't say anything about homosexuality. He said about incest.
Yeah.
Mega people, listen to me. Mega people love you.
Oh, my God.
I was a 27-year book-carrying Democrat, pal.
Hey, we're all, and speaking of George W., we're all children of God, and we're all sinners, my man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All of it.
What I'm saying to you, Michael, you're my best. You're my brother from another mother.
Oh, you know what, JT? I'm getting goosebumps here tonight. I had that guy from Annapolis calling. Now you. Yeah. You guys are the best. I'm telling you right now. God love you.
From another mother. Yeah.
JT,
okay,
thank
buddy.
you so much. I appreciate that.
God bless you.
You bet.
God bless
you
what
bet.
you do.
You bet. Thank you. Wow. Tonight's been overwhelming with compliments from callers. How wonderful. How wonderful. Yes, indeed. What a nice tone we have here tonight. Maybe I should be softer regarding my opinions of Trump. Not. Oh, man. And it's interesting. Andy from Butler, one of my favorite Trumpers among many here, he was my first caller tonight. But no, what nice sentiment here tonight. Very, very much so. Without question. By the way, don't forget, I'm on 2 to 6 tomorrow, so make sure you tune in and make sure you just relax. I'm on for another hour here till 10 o'clock, and I got a number of phone calls to get to. Don't call now. If you're on hold, you're in, but don't call now. I don't have more room because my phone bank is jammed. I can't take any more phone calls, but if you're on hold, you're in. But listen. Tomorrow, I want to talk about, this is a fascinating subject. I really believe it. And I have to do my research in the morning. Secondary education, colleges, universities, they're crying their eyes out. They're so worried. The admissions, enrollment is so off. Not in Pittsburgh. Carlow University, where my aunt used to teach. She was a nun. God love her. Or, not my technical aunt, my mother's cousin. But Carlow's having one of their largest class graduating this weekend in history. How about that? All right. News coming up, and then I'm getting right to your phone calls.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richert, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
You've probably seen it on local real estate shows or in the classifieds. A home is for sale, and the listing boasts about having a petite bathroom or a petite kitchen. Hi, this is Barry and Steve Ehrenrich.
It's gratifying and most humbling to know that long ago the petite brand became a status symbol in Western Pennsylvania. Whether you prefer a traditional or very contemporary design, upgrading your kitchen or bathroom the petite way adds value and makes your home more desirable.
For over 50 years, we've helped thousands of satisfied customers make their kitchen or bathroom dreams come true. We invite you to visit our showroom at Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center or call us at 412-279-2222.
You'll see great ways to create the kitchen or bathroom that fits your taste, your lifestyle, and your pocketbook.
Haven't you waited long enough?
PA 625.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. CordellCordell.com.
Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell. Licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding. Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
Life is all about attitude and perspective. The old saying is the glass half full or half empty. Life will always throw curveballs, so how do we survive and actually thrive? This is Dr. Shufo from the Weight Loss and Wellness Center. Yes, I will get the weight off of you. That's a given. But I also find the root of the eating, and that's always emotional. It's actually weight loss therapy, and I know it works. People lose weight, feel better, and have lifelong tools. I want to help you. I really do. Call me 1-800-900-THIN.
Brian Schlaba here from the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh. Born and raised right here. Since 2015, we've helped over 1,000 Pittsburgh homeowners sell their houses quickly and without the stress. No repairs, cleanouts, inspections, or appraisals. We give fast and fair cash offers, buy your home as is, and you choose the closing day. Visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com or call 412-500-9057. That's 412-500-9057.
Pittsburgh's local trusted homebuyer since 2015.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Michael Toscano. President Trump dismissed Iran's attacks on 3 American warships today as a trifle, saying the ceasefire is still active. But correspondent Nancy Cordes reports U.S. Central Command targeted Iranian military facilities in response.
U.S. officials tell CBS News this firefight lasted several hours, with the U.S. military deploying Apache helicopters and Hellfire missiles to repel these Iranian speedboats. CENTCOM says it is not seeking a return to war, but this does underscore how volatile things are in the Strait.
Health authorities across 4 continents are tracking down passengers who disembarked the hantavirus-stricken cruise ship before its deadly outbreak was detected, and they're tracing others who may have come into contact with them. CBS News Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
We know the incubation period's up to 6 weeks about, so are they allowed to go outside? What does it mean in terms of monitoring yourself? And I've heard that they're considering talking to people about daily temperatures, about staying away from large crowds.
Tennessee today became the first state to redraw voting districts after a Supreme Court ruling last week. We have more from correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
This vote means this Democratic district, which encompasses the mostly black city of Memphis, will be split into 3 districts designed to favor Republicans. The NAACP is now suing to block the change. Similar redrawing may soon happen in southern states like Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and here in Alabama, all based on last week's Supreme Court ruling that narrowed the scope of the Voting Rights Act.
CBS's Tina Kraus reports Pope Leo met with Secretary of State Marco Rubio today at the Vatican, a trip to help smooth relations between Leo and President Trump.
The State Department says Thursday's sit-down between the Pope and Rubio underscored the strong relationship between the United States and the Holy See and their shared commitment to promoting peace and human dignity. And it comes at a symbolic moment. just a day before Pope Leo hits 1 year at the helm of the world's 1.4 billion Catholics.
In Chicago, police are investigating a series of airbag thefts.
The thieves are targeting Hondas and Acuras, breaking windows and ripping the airbags out of the steering wheels.
I've never seen this in my 38 years in the business until recently.
Mark Smolin of A-Car Auto Body says he's replacing 5 or 6 airbags a month.
The total estimate came out to over $2,300 just for the window and the airbag.
The Postal Service is considering a rule change to allow anyone to send handguns through the mail for the first time in nearly 100 years. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world. I'm Tony. There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers. How are you? I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
A large-scale study finds forest fuel treatments reduce the spread of wildfires and may have prevented billions in losses.
Lead study author Frederick Strabo at the University of California, Davis, says fuel treatments such as forest thinning and prescribed burns are
a form of prevention or mitigation for wildfire risk.
He says before 1800, up to 12% of California burned every year, but
it's just that the fire that we're experiencing now is much different than it was historically.
Strabo says not only did fuel treatments reduce the total burned area by 36%, it also prevented an estimated 59 premature deaths. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Artificial intelligence is the leading reason companies cite for layoffs for the second straight month, accounting for more than 1 in 4 job cuts in April. That's from outplacement firm Challenger Gray & Christmas. The report found 21,490 AI-related cuts last month, 26% of the total. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
There can be a spotty shower early on tonight, otherwise mostly cloudy, low 41. Intervals of clouds and sunshine for tomorrow with a couple of showers and a cool breeze, high 60. And then some rain at times tomorrow night, low 51. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
He's downright entertaining, and he's on the voice of Pittsburgh, Michael Bartley, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Okay. I'm sorry I can't take any more calls. You're on hold, you're in. Don't you worry, okay? Going in order, okay? Look who, here it is. Craig in West Virginia, you're next. Go ahead, brother.
How you doing tonight, Michael?
I'm doing good. Everybody, several callers say, Michael, you're so fair, this and that, and then you're going to come on there and lambast me for being a moderate, Craig, aren't you?
Oh, I had a tear going down my cheek like that Indian in the pollution commercial back in the 80s.
Oh, well, no, you're so bad. Oh.
I'm having a kumbaya moment. I did call in about Jim's call, but you guys got into the Market Square thing in between those calls, and I'm going to touch base on that real quick. Listen, I'm consistent. I say this over and over again. I don't care about Republican or Democrat. I care who the person is and how I look up to those type of people. If you're a good person, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. 3 things: the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the U.S. Criminal Code. That's all I care about. Now, listen, the Market Square curfew, is it a good thing? Heck yeah, it's probably a good thing. You want tourism and yada yada yada. There are attorneys foaming at the mouth as we speak, waiting for that first teenager to get detained. And I am telling you, they are going to come in and crawl up Corey's behind like gangbusters. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. What are you going to do when the next administration comes in and says, you know what, I don't want certain people to use that bathroom, whatever color they are, or that water fountain. It's illegal. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. This country is in this situation right now because we have a president who doesn't care about those three things I named. He goes off of what he wants, and that's how we are here. Is the curfew a good thing? Heck yeah. Guess what? They're going to get land-basted. The first person that gets detained over this.
I don't doubt that. Honestly, I don't doubt that.
Okay, then we got to stop. The reason we're in this situation is because of chaos. Don't just out of a whim say, we're going to have a curfew. You got to go talk to scholars and say, can we do this? There's a thing, a state of emergency that triggers all kind of authorities for a mayor, for a governor. If we are not in a state of emergency, it's budka. It doesn't matter what people want to do. I'm just saying that. But now, why I called it because of Jim. Sound like a wonderful guy. I've lived in 7 states and 2 countries, and I will tell you this. There's a major, major boat show in Annapolis every year. And I was down in Annapolis.
I love Annapolis.
I have never seen a classier town in my life.
Hey, Craig. I love Maryland in general.
I watched a guy buy a $7 million boat, and the guy says, you want to come up and see the console? And he goes, nah, I've seen a bunch of them. Just call my office, so they'll wire you the money. $7 million. And I'm sitting there going, holy crap. But now, Jim, you sound like a wonderful guy, and I hear what you're saying. But, Michael, this is what I talked about the other night, about talking about parties coming together and kumbaya, my Lord, and a campfire, and let's make some s'mores. Stop with that. We are not in that situation in this country today. You had Andy call in and say, your Pope. From 21 to 24, when Biden was in office, every monster truck, hillbilly, redneck, cousin dating person in this area had a sticker on their back window saying, Biden is not my president. Trump is still my president. Listen, we'll worry about that kind of kumbaya stuff in 2028. Jim, I hear you. I wish we were there, but we are not. When Andy makes that comment about your Pope, we are in a theocracy. We are not. This ain't a dictatorship. The entire mega crowd turned against the Pope for this man. We have to stop doing this. We all got to get along. That's not where we're at in this country. That's what triggered me to call in tonight. And you bought right into it. And I'm sure a bunch of Democrats listening are saying, boy, I wish we could just do that. That's not where we're at in this country, and we better be careful because, listen, they're pausing elections in Louisiana. We got the midterms coming up, and they are doing everything.
Oh, I know that. I know that. But I know that. But the redistricting doesn't scare me so far. But I think more Democratic states should have been on redistricting as well.
Well, we got to start with Illinois.
Where is Illinois with this?
He's still trying to do it. I think he's a fantastic.
Where's New York? Where's New York? Where's New York with this?
Listen, we got to quit. We got to quit trying to get along. We'll get along in 2029. We're not in that type of situation. I tell you what. Just to make a hard left turn, I was glad to see that Amy Acton got almost 100,000 more votes than Ramaswamy in Ohio the other night.
I was too. I think she can win that, and I'm telling you what, I think Sherrod Brown can win that race too in the Senate.
I do too. But like I said, Jim, you sound like a fantastic person. I had a little bit of goosebumps myself, but that's not where we're at in this country. This is a fight, and we'll worry about getting along.
It's good, but Craig, you have to. You bought right into it. Listen. You have to remember something, and I'm not making excuses. You have to listen. I agree with you. That's not where we are in this country in the sense of this reality is like a non-reality. But look, I have to juggle all these calls a night, and my topics, are pretty bare and to the point, and I don't really care. And my topics are pointed exactly at the Trump administration, and the MAGA people get so mad on the polling. I don't know anybody else who does that. I don't. But listen, if MAGA people want to call me, and Rob and I are friends, and I'm not gonna give Donald Trump the satisfaction of me losing friends because I can't stand him. I have to get a lot of callers on the air here. That's what we do at night.
Well, here's the thing that bothers me. Have you ever seen that on YouTube? It's called The Good Liars. It's a Democratic thing. They just went down to the villages. Donald Trump just spoke to the villages in Florida. Are you aware of the villages? 80,000 units. It's an apartment complex.
I know
down there.
Exactly where it is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, he went down there, and Donald Trump spoke, and he interviewed these people. Listen, it makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Oh yeah. Well, let me tell you something about the villages. You ready?
Yep.
My friend went down to visit his parents at the villages, and it was and I know the margin that Trump won in the villages, and it was pretty impressive.
It's pretty impressive.
Okay, Craig, the weekend of the No Kings thing, just this last one, the one that was most heavily attended of any event in American history, that one, what was that, a month ago? I don't know. My friend is visiting his parents, and he told me that on every corner in the villages, the MAGA folks, the hardcore kind of stayed in their houses, I guess. He could not believe how many people, many of whom voted for Donald Trump, were out there protesting against Donald Trump in the villages in Florida.
Well, I will tell you this.
If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what the hell it's going to.
Well, the farmers, I want to feel sorry for them, but I don't. They went through the same thing his first term, and they're going through it again. But the largest group of cases of voter fraud in this country, and I went all 50 states and I've checked it, 136 people in the villages, they were snowbirds, they lived in different states, and they voted in both states for Donald Trump. All 136 were Republican, and they voted in two different states, and they caught them. There's a voting system that's nationwide, and they caught them all, but yet you're going to have 10 more callers before midterms call in and talk about Democratic voter fraud.
And voter fraud, yeah, I know. Mm-hmm.
The hypocrisy, I just can't take no more. But listen, Jim, you sound like a wonderful person. No. We'll make s'mores in January of 29. We're not making s'mores right now.
We'll make s'mores. Wait. Hey, we'll make s'mores. I haven't heard s'mores in so long. Listen, just before you go, 1 minute left. What did you think of my thing about talk about hypocrisy and the double standard? That guy, John Kennedy, and he bugs me a little bit. I used to almost like him, but before Trump, they just all kissed Trump's butt. Under Biden, they played his soundbite. I mean, these gas prices, this is the worst thing ever. I can't believe it. And I should have just bought cocaine and run around. I would be more efficient. And then they asked him today and he said, well, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, this is insanity.
I'm glad you brought that up. In Pennsylvania, if they're going to eliminate the tax, let me explain something to you. The government cannot come in and tell the Chevron owner that you have to lower your gas prices because you're not paying taxes. The same thing happened during COVID, and not a single gas station lowered their prices. So they can do it all they want, but the government cannot tell that gas station owner that you have to lower your gas prices because you're not paying enough taxes. It's not going to happen. So,
Craig,
it's a pipe dream.
Have a nice night down there in West Virginia, all right?
Yes, we call it Redneckistan.
You be a good boy. All right, bye. Thanks, Craig. All right, I'll be back.
your source for the AccuWeather forecast. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
A luxury vacation home where the only decision is pool time or beach time. Your own private indoor pool, a real movie theater, a kitchen big enough for everyone to cook together. Whether it's a deep water dock on the lake or a private path to the ocean, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the place where this summer's memories are made. And when you book direct, you skip the extra platform fees and you get the best price. Give yourself something better to look forward to this year. Let's be honest, you've earned it. Visit SWAC, SWACK vacations.com.
Did you know that Lachina Drapery and Blind Factory has their own factory, fabric warehouse, and showroom right here in Pittsburgh? Lachina doesn't just sell their beautiful custom products, they make them. From exquisite fabrics to custom draperies to blinds, shades, shutters, and upholstery, you get Lachina's expertise from start to finish. Visit Lachina's showrooms in Dormont and Wexford. Call 412-665-4900 to book a free Lachina shop-at-home visit or book online at lachinadrapery.com.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kenodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
If you want to know how good it feels to get professional paint work inside your home, go with CertaPro Painters. Hi, this is Larry Richard, and a big opportunity right now. Take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. The sale ends soon. And remember, each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Life's best moments start with perfect choices. For Connie Nowak, it was a trolley ride and a 67-year love story. A life of family, smart decisions, and companionship with Chester the cat. Her retirement choice? The Village at St. Barnabas. Recreation, healthcare, close to family, everything on her list. Right now, we'll make your move to the Village perfect too. Up to $2,000 toward moving costs. St. Barnabas Retirement Communities, stbarnabascommunities.com, or call 724-444-5568.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. You've heard the stories. Now talk about them with Michael Bartley. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Okie dokie, Michael Bartley in on my regular Thursday night. Oh, we get some heavy stuff in here, boy. Hey, if you're on hold, don't you dare hang up. Here's the order. Ready? Ted, Ed, and Roger on the farm. Oh, Roger, I'm going to end my show with you because you're my man and you're always fun. All right? You guys are all fun. But that's the order. Don't forget, I'll be in for Colin tomorrow 2 to 6. Okay? Marty, Larry, but Colin's doing the morning show, the Big K morning show, and then Marty, and then me. Okay? So we'll have a lot of time to talk tomorrow as well. All right, back to the phones. Ted in Mount Washington, where have you been?
What's going on, Mike?
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, I had to give it to you, man. You're a great talk show host.
Oh, that is so nice. Yeah,
now, man.
I must be if I'm starting to fight with Craig.
Well, I mean, you see, you may be hard outside, but you're soft as a marshmallow. I can tell.
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't hurt a flea. They try to hurt me, but I don't care. Don't confuse me with somebody who cares. But listen, Ted. You know the only time I get totally perturbed and hang up on someone is when they say something terribly offensive, and I won't tolerate that. And then, or if they go on about their conspiracy theory nothingness, I can't do that.
Well, I do like conspiracy theories, except if it has too many moving parts. That's when they lose me. If there's too many moving parts, I can't hang it. But the GED, that was my grandfather's favorite word.
Oh, wait. Oh, poor Joe. Wait, Joe texted me.
Yeah, but I feel Joe. It reminded me of my grandfather.
No, and he was so apologetic, and he said GD, and we can't say that on the air. And then but Margot did you didn't hear it on the air, but You didn't hear it.
I think Margot said GD too after she heard GD.
Wait, and I mean, it was boom, 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 boom. But can I just tell you that, and Joe's a great real estate agent, and he's a wonderful guy, and he doesn't call me often, but he calls me when he has something, a thorn in his paw, and the Market Square thing is that thing, and downtown is that thing, and he just got caught, and he sent me 50 texts apologizing. I'm like, settle down, don't worry about it. It didn't get on the air, and it won't get on the air. But you can't swear when you're talking to me.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, outside the studio in public he can.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. On my front porch he can, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh.
But real quick, I love Craig, I really do. But I'll be honest, he scares me.
Why? Craig, why?
No. Look, it's that meanness and troubleness. Look, Ron Mayo said something, and I had to say it, and he's right. The Democrat Party, for some reason, lost the plot, man. And they are on the wrong side when it comes to cultural issues and a lot of other issues. And I believe that the Democratic Party as a whole, whatever it is, I don't even know what they're representing anymore. There has to be a cleaning of the house, a cleansing.
And listen. And let me. I don't mean to interrupt you, but so has the Republican Party. However, here's where Craig and I differ, and we hashed this out on the air too. My impression is, and I'm not putting words in his mouth, is, I think he wants us to be codified and together and unified and not criticize each other. I differ on that. I want to criticize the progressive socialists for being self-righteous and for being idiots and as bad as the MAGA people, because I think they need to be hit over the head and need to be pummeled with telling them what they're doing wrong. They're the ones that won't unify, and they hurt establishment candidates, which means Republicans are going to win a seat because of them. That's where Craig and I differ, and it's okay. It's okay. I think we want the same ending at the end of the day, the party unified. But I'm not going to stop criticizing progressive socialists. I'm not going to do it.
Well, I think the Democrats did the dumbest thing in the world. They opened the door, and a bunch of socialists came in the party and destroyed it. I hate to say that, but that's why I feel they were stupid enough for the Bernie Sanders crowd to let those guys in and pretty much destroyed their party.
They've destroyed the Allegheny County Democratic Committee. It's destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's absolutely irrelevant. They've rendered it irrelevant. Nobody cares about it. The endorsements mean nothing.
Yes.
No, they have no credibility now.
And if you're going to win, even from the presidency, you have to be able to attract independents like me and also Republicans. Only one guy that does is Fetterman. Okay, for some strange reason, he can do that.
And guess what? Isn't that interesting? Isn't it interesting that John Fetterman was the progressive socialist boy? He was their star. He was their star. He wasn't. My guy was Connor Lamb, a centrist who, I mean, I'm okay with Fetterman. I mean, I got to know him.
Yeah,
but when Fetterman, hey, listen. When John Fetterman won the primary, I supported him until the cows came home. You know what the difference is, Ted? You want to know the difference? You know what the difference? If Connor Lamb won that, the progressive socialists would have made sure that a Republican won that Senate seat against Connor Lamb. They wouldn't have supported him. I don't care. Don't confuse me with somebody who cares about what they if their feelings are hurt. They would not have supported him. They would not have.
Well, you're probably right. I mean, and I tell you even about Shapiro. If you see his style, you know who he's mimicking, even when it comes to his speech and his mannerisms. Guess who he's mimicking?
Who?
Barack Obama.
His inflection, what's that word? Not inflection, but is I think you're kind. His delivery, yeah, I think is kind of right. You're right about that.
Absolutely is. Oh yeah, you can see that, and that's why I really don't like him because it's a little bit of a fake. I mean, I'm just saying.
I like him. I do. I like him. I love him. I like him a lot. I like, I do.
But I do. I'd rather go for that. To me, I know he won't win. I mean, I wish he would because I think he would bring the party together. Will be Andy Bashir.
Oh, that's interesting. Perfect. You just said that because people are starting to find out his preliminaries in terms of media exposure. It's going very nicely. I told you 100 times that he's my candidate. I told you.
Well, I mean,
a middle of the road governor from Kentucky, a Democrat. I think he might be my guy. I think so.
I think he has a little bit of a Clinton-ness, from the South.
Correct.
And I do like that. As far as what's more, look,
I like him.
Maryland I think he's all show no substance, and I'll tell you why. If you go there and you ask anybody from Maryland, because the cost of living, people are leaving, going to Delaware, man. He has a hard time governing, and he can't balance the budget, man.
Maybe. Hey, you know what my ticket is, and you know what? And Ted, I got to run here, but you know what my ticket is? Maybe since you brought it up, I didn't. Bashir Shapiro.
No, Shapiro in front of me.
Oh man! Oh, the progressives. The progressives will surely, they'll sabotage that one. Don't kid yourself. I know. And Ted, thanks so much. Call me tomorrow, 2 to 6. Thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot. All right, CBS Radio News coming up right near 9:30, and then back to the phones. Ed and Roger, stay right there.
I'm talking with John Diagardi of Rome Monument about something he feels people should avoid. John, can you elaborate?
I sure can, Rob. When a loved one passes, their spouse and relatives are under stress. They feel pressure to get things taken care of quickly.
Is that not a good idea?
Not when it comes to the monument. Rob, when the funeral is over, when everyone goes home, the monument is the one thing that is permanent. 50, even 100 years from now, that monument will still be there. Families need to take time to make decisions about the best way to memorialize their loved one.
John, how can families avoid making a costly mistake?
People shouldn't make quick decisions under stress that they'll regret later. For over 80 years, Rome Monument has helped thousands of families create a lasting tribute to their loved ones. And when you're ready, Rome Monument will be there.
Great advice, John. Friends, visit one of Rome Monument's 9 showrooms or learn more at romemonuments.com.
Why would you ask a financial advisor permission to spend your own retirement money? There's something wrong with this system. Tune in for a different kind of retirement show with Greg Ayler, now at a new time, Saturdays at 5 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. U.S. Central Command said American forces responded with self-defense strikes on Iranian targets after 3 Navy destroyers were fired at but not struck. President Trump.
They shot missiles. Every missile was knocked down. Every drone was knocked down. And the people that shot it are no longer with us.
At least 6 Americans from 5 states are being monitored for possible symptoms of hantavirus from exposure on that affected ship. CBS medical correspondent Dr. John LaPook.
Remember, we still are kind of at the beginning of this. There's an asterisk because there may have been people exposed who, because of the long incubation period of 6 weeks. But for now, the risk to the general public is low.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio went to the Vatican today for a meeting with Pope Leo, and among his gifts for the Pope, a sports fan, was a small crystal American football.
And it has the seal of the State Department, so what to get someone who has everything? I thought a crystal. I love being, of course.
CBS News Brief. I'm Michael Toscano.
Make 380 Auction of Murraysville your next stop for all your spring needs. Great prices on vegetable and flower flats. The fresh produce comes in weekly. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, tools, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132. Or log on to shop380.com and save.
Hi, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. I've been lucky in my life, and I'm grateful to the clients who've helped make our family-owned business a success. But like most of us, my beginnings were far from glamorous. My first job out of college was an assistant golf pro at Butler Country Club, earning $2.10 an hour. There was no work for me in golf in the winter, so to survive, I took a job at Armco Steel, working on a labor gang. Some nights I did janitorial work. Others, I labored in the rolling pits. I'd come home covered in soot to the tiny apartment my wife Barb and I shared with our newborn daughter Sarah. Now, 40 years later, Sarah and I are business partners at Botkin Family Wealth Management, along with my son Lester. I like to remember my beginnings and to share those stories with my children and grandchildren. At Botkin Family Wealth Management, we're interested in hearing your story, because understanding your beginnings is an important part of appreciating what it took to get where you are today. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Mother's Day, celebrate her with something truly special. At P.F. Chang's, enjoy a 5-course celebration experience starting at just $89.99. Featuring premium entrees like New York prime strip steak tataki, oolong Chilean sea bass, and lobster and prawn fried rice, plus the bold signature flavors she loves. It's more than a meal. It's a celebration made just for her. Reserve your table now and make Mother's Day unforgettable. Only at P.F. Chang's. Available when you dine in for a limited time only at participating locations. Offer may vary.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Outside of an early shower in spots tonight, it will be mostly cloudy, low 41. Times of clouds and sun for tomorrow, breezy and cool with a couple of showers, a high near 60. Some rain tomorrow night and still a couple of showers into early Saturday. For AccuWeather, I'm Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Michael Bartley on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Okie dokie, welcome back. Wow. Finishing up the show here tonight, 1.5 hour to go. Less than a half hour. Back to the phones. 2 more callers to go. Ed in Canonsburg. Ed, it's great to have you. Haven't heard from you in a little bit. Before
I know I haven't been on, but I wanted to talk about some of the things that's been happening. You know, Trump caused a lot of these problems, and it gets a lot of people upset. But you know, I was at your church.
I wanted to ask you about that. I saw your social media post. I wanted to know how that went. Go ahead.
It went great, and you know what? Everyone they listened. It was quiet, and you know what? It was like a family. No one talked about politics. It was wonderful, and that's what we need back. Something like that, you know. And I understand what the gentleman was talking about earlier. You know, we need more of that and less of the other guys.
You know something, Ed?
The other guy is causing havoc.
Hey, Ed, I'll tell you, it's interesting. In the last year, whatever family stuff or whatever, you know, out to dinner with friends, And I go to a lot of nonprofit galas and stuff like that. I MC all that type of stuff or whatever it might be, and I'm on several boards. But I got to tell you that, it's fun. I love doing this right here. But, at the end of the day, all the stuff I go to, people don't. Ever since, and I think it's since Trump, I don't know, maybe it was way before that. Maybe I'm just, going on about him. But people are very, very, very mindful. Don't bring up politics. Don't bring up anything related to it at a table, at a gala, out to dinner, no matter what it is, because it can really ruin a night.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
And so that's why I have this for him, so I can be happy. I mean, yeah. But wait, back to wait a minute. Can I ask you something before you get going? The thing at my church, in the basement of the church, the social hall there, were you talking about your book about Calvary Cemetery?
Calvary Cemetery.
Okay,
yes.
I bet they loved that.
Oh, they loved it, and I had some parents kids I went to school with, their parents were there, which was nice.
Wow.
And they enjoyed it. They learned things that they never knew existed.
I'm sure I would have known a lot of people in that room. When I saw your,
I'm sure you have.
When I saw your social media post, I was like, wow, I wish I could have made that. That probably. How long did it go for?
It was a little over an hour.
Oh, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you take questions?
Yeah. A few questions, and a lot of them were just in awe, because when you're done with a talk like that, people want to learn more. They're quiet and they want more. They don't stop and get up and leave or anything like that, and that's what's nice. And I just told them some of the other questions and answered some of their questions, and that was it. It was wonderful. They were so friendly. And,
can I tell you?
Day.
And I'm interested in this because the other day, Tuesday, in fact, one of my dear friends, I graduated from Central Catholic with, Andy Adamias. He's a retired lawyer. His son is a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's a long snapper. He was a star at Pitt, and he's retired. But he teaches a class on leadership in the community at Central, and he asked me to be the guest lecturer. Ed, I had so much fun, and they were juniors and seniors. And to like what you did, I'm just bringing this up because it is so invigorating and rewarding to stand in front of people and teach and lecture on something that's a passion of yours. And then the questions those kids asked me were it's just thrilling. It's just, I wish I was a teacher. I can't help it.
Oh yeah, well, my wife's a teacher, and she loved it. 40 years teaching. But you know what? To be up there in front of an audience of 40 to 70 people, it's an accomplishment that I feel great about. And when you're done with it and you look at their faces, it's like, I want more. But you only have so much time to allow you to talk.
Yeah, I know.
And it just makes you feel good. And it makes you
that's my
feel
point.
good
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it makes you feel good, and you feel like you did something worthwhile.
Yeah, that for someone. Yeah, for people.
Did they buy the books?
Yeah, they were buying the books. I couldn't believe it.
That was great.
More books there than anywhere else.
Really? Oh, I'm so happy for you. I am.
Yeah,
I really am.
Yeah.
I really am. Wow.
It was. And I'll tell you what, they have that set up really nice down there at the Oral Hall.
Oh, it's very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
We have our community awards in that area, and that's a great neighborhood. It's a wonderful neighborhood, and people are loyal. By the way, speaking of that, speaking of Calvary, I felt bad. I'm working at noon on Memorial Day, noon to 5. And I thought, I'll do it. My boss asked, and I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, because I hadn't heard because I would see you at that Calvary Cemetery thing on Memorial Day, which is wonderful. But I don't. They never called me, so I'm not doing it this year, which is fine. Only because I think I did it 3 years in a row. I think.
Yeah, you did.
I think so. Yeah, which is so fun. And just talk about feeling rewarded and such a wonderful experience, and it's that, and but I'm gonna miss that this year. I'm gonna have to go to another one, like earlier in the morning.
It's fun because we start about a week before Memorial Day, and we all gather around 10 o'clock and start out. We go in each section, and we work in lines and put out the flags. And I'll tell you what, by the end of the week, you put in some miles.
Well, do you know how many flags, because, Memorial Day is coming up at the end of the month, and it's that last Monday of May, right? Yeah, it is, yeah. It always is. So how many flags are in Calvary when you guys put up? Do you know the numbers?
It's over 1,000. It's like 10,000, something like that. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I believe it. I do. I do.
Like 10,000.
I do. I believe it. Yep. All right, Ed, you finished up? Did you make your points yet?
Yes, I did.
Thanks so much, Ed. I appreciate that. You bet. You bet. Okay. Congratulations.
Okay,
All right, Roger on the farm. Roger on the farm, are you there?
Yeah, what you doing, Mikey?
All right, listen. Where were you yesterday? I expected you to call me because I was on the air for 2 hours yesterday afternoon. You were probably doing planting and doing the fields and stuff.
I probably was out in the field.
I know. This was like from 2 to 4.
Why, I supposed to call you?
No. I thought if you were listening, you would have. Because, okay.
No, I don't think my wife had to tell on the phone on.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has on or not. She didn't say anything to me.
Yeah, but this was.
I didn't know I was supposed to call you yesterday.
I'm just saying that because of the subject was, I did the 2 hours with the first half hour with the Pennsylvania Farming Bureau.
Oh, you had him on there.
Oh, I love them. They're nice people.
I know him.
So listen, and the thing was about the price of fertilizer and the availability of fertilizer, the nitrous fertilizer, whatever it's called, for planting, and then and because they're worried so much because of the Strait of Hormuz, it getting through, and there's a shortage of it. But I was going on.
How much you need, Mike? How much you need?
No, I don't know. No, but then some of the farmers called me and said,
I got so much out here. I'm good for what, 6-7 years?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, hey, this is not a rookie farm. This is a big farm.
I know it is. I'm coming out there too. Don't you forget. I'm coming.
I'm telling you.
But wait.
I'm telling you.
But wait.
I get diesel fuel discount. I get kerosene discount. I get gas discount because I buy off these big outfits. And who you have on that?
Wait, I had the young guy who was head of the Farm Bureau in Fayette, Westmoreland, Lawrence County, all that, and then a huge farmer from Lawrence County called and said he was good on the fertilizer, and then another guy said he was good for now for the planting season, but not good for the fall. And that it's so expensive, and the price of diesel and everything else, he's nervous that he's not going to have it for coming up in the fall. And that was the same, but that was true for and one from Beaver County and one from Butler County called because they're doing the planting season now, but once
I got everything in.
Did you get everything in already? You got it in?
Oh yeah.
Because they said,
I was falling asleep on the porch today. I didn't think I'd never go on. And my wife said, "Are you going to eat your cabbage rolls?" I said, "I got to wait for Mike. I can't hang around."
You had cabbage rolls for dinner?
Cabbage rolls.
Oh, that's my favorite
and
thing.
Peppers. Stuffed peppers.
I love stuffed peppers. Who made the cabbage rolls?
My wife.
Oh, man. Were they good?
We're going to have a big fight. We're going to have a big fight with my mother because Mother's Day.
Oh, no kidding. Wow. Oh, yeah, Mother's Day coming up.
We're shutting the farm down. We shut it down.
Mother's Day. Wait, because didn't you tell me your mother was 100?
104.
Wow. You got to be kidding me. Is she healthy?
Oh, yeah, they're all healthy. They're pretty good.
Oh, man.
Hell, my dad goes out on the trailer half the time. He's out on there 6.
Wow. I want to meet your mother. You hear me? I want to meet her.
That's good.
All right, wait,
I
Roger.
just turned 81. I just turned 81.
Wow.
In April.
And you're out on those
now.
fields every single day.
I'm out there all the time with the Mexicans.
Hey, Roger, so listen to me. 76% of Pennsylvania farmers said they are worried about their financial future because of the price of diesel fuel and the fertilizer stuff, the shortage of the fertilizer. But you ordered 6 years of supply.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
See, Mike, I don't know what these island farmers do. I put my money away for a rainy day.
Oh, I know.
You know, I don't waste it. You know, and another thing too. Guess what? We got 3 Mexicans going to talk English.
Oh yeah.
You agree that?
Oh yeah.
I got them at school.
Did you?
Now the boss, the one runs them because I can't talk to them.
Yeah.
So I only talk to one.
You could say a little bit. You could say,
And
hola,
they're really,
hola, ¿cómo se llama?
Yeah.
You could say, hola, ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cuántos años en los Estados Unidos?
There you go. Hey, Mike, they're doing good.
Oh, I'm glad. Wait a minute.
And nobody's going to touch him.
No,
The
good.
judge told me they're legal here now, and nobody's going to touch
Don't you let that
I'm gonna
don't
make sure they don't touch them.
don't you let ICE come in there and take them out of there.
ICE is not on my property.
Hey,
They're not on my property. You know what?
Huh.
I got 12 of them dogs, and they'll eat you up.
Wait, what kind of dogs? German Shepherds?
Oh, yes. They like meat.
Wait a minute. What if I step foot on that property? They're going to bite
No,
me?
you watch yourself coming out here. You tell me when you come out here, because I have to whistle, because they're out in the woods right now.
No.
You should see how many possums and groundhogs he killed. Oh, my.
What kind of dogs are they? German Shepherds?
Oh, yeah, they're German Shepherds. They're trained.
Wait, how many? How many?
A long time ago.
How many?
12.
No way.
Yeah, why not?
Wait, do you let
12.
them? Do you let them in the house? You better let them in the house.
No, only one stays in the house.
Wait a minute.
The other ones stay out there, and they're on the barn and everything
they stay
else.
in the barn. So
and
they're
when
not.
the cows are out.
Yeah, but they're not
See,
freezing.
I got them foxes out there. And they kill them too.
I know, but because you have to protect the cows from coyotes and stuff. Them shepherds better be there.
They kill the coyotes.
I know the shepherds will, right? Yeah.
They don't get near the cows.
No.
'Cause them dogs will have them.
I can't wait. I'm coming out there and visit you. Roger, listen, I got to go. Tell your mother Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you for taking my call.
Hey,
and
I love
hope
talking
you
to
feel better and
I was worried. I was worried about you. I haven't heard from you in a long time.
Well, I'm so busy, Mike. I just,
know.
You know, there's so much stuff out here. I'm falling asleep now. I'm supposed to be in bed, but I get up at 4 o'clock.
I know you do. I know. All right, get to bed right now. Roger, we'll talk again. Thanks so much. Roger, down on the farm. My favorite farmer. His farm's out there in Creighton. Yep. All right, I'll be right back.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Hello, KDKA listeners. This is Carlos, owner of Greater Pitt Tree Service. If you have any concerns about any trees on your property, call Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. We have an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. To serve your needs best, we have an ISA-certified arborist on staff. We have 32 years experience, 412-884-TREE. We will be your best choice for tree work. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE. And remember, we did your neighbor's tree.
Ouch! Checked from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt.
I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them.
What?
Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm.
They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean? I guess. Their gloves come off when they fight for you. Okay. I'm talking a settlement slap shot. Shouldn't we be talking about the game? Yeah, Dan. Morgan & Morgan. Proud sponsor of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Offices Pittsburgh.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. You may also qualify for a monthly credit toward your Part B premium. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Unapologetic in his talk. It's Michael Bartley on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
As usual, Thursday night was a blast again. Yes, indeed. Thank you, all you callers. Thanks for being civil and being thoughtful. All opinions count with me. They count. You bet they do. And I hope I was respectful to you. Anyway, Colin is doing the Big K morning show tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. to 10, and then Marty, and then I'll be in for Colin because he's doing the Big K. 2 to 6, I'll be here tomorrow. All right, and a couple of interesting topics. It's Pittsburgh colleges going against the grain in the sense of colleges, secondary education around the country. They'll tell you they're in crisis. The kids aren't there. It's unpopular. That enrollment's down. Not in Pittsburgh. Not here. And then we'll have a lot of updated, content, news of the day. And I'm sure I'll be talking about what happened in Verona tonight. Whenever these things happen, I just always wonder, when are we ever going to see a day where people just look at us as people, just look at us as the way God made us, rather than black people, white people, Latino people, gay people, straight people. It's just sad. I don't know. I guess maybe not in my lifetime. But I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. And yes, I am. Yeah, you should know I'm not afraid of, controversial things. A Verona police officer was injured tonight after they encountered a man, a drunk as a skunk, in Rivertown Shopping Center in Verona. The eyewitnesses said, and the police say, he was highly intoxicated, shouting racial slurs at certain people. Screaming racial slurs. Yep. He became very combative. And don't use the drunk thing as an excuse. I'm not going to have it. They went to arrest him. He became combative. He had to be physically subdued with a taser. Good. I hope it hurt. He's facing several charges: ethnic intimidation, aggravated assault on a police officer, resisting arrest, public drunkenness, on and on and on. So, I don't know. I'm going to bring that up tomorrow because I just wonder if you think we'll ever have a day when we won't be seen as black or white, and we'll just be seen as us and the way God made us. All right. Thanks for tonight. Michael Bartley, KDKA.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours